Bervi, in ver Drwy, in ver Gordon. Badachrw, Kinloch, Hugh, Ballantrae, in ver Keithing. Cawdor, Kirkconnell, Plaid, Kirkinner. Welsh, Scottish, over the years they became indistinguishable. The kirks, or meeting houses, or schools, all identical, all derelict. Maybe in a corner, a withered sheaf of wheat from a harvest Thanksgiving of years ago, or a fragment of a Christmas decoration across a window. Teddy persuaded me to settle for the modest fantastic. Oh, it was a favorite word of his. And maybe in this case he employed it with accuracy. As for the seventh son, that was a lie. I was, in fact, the only child of elderly parents Jack and Mary Hardy, born in the village of Kilmeady in County Limerick, where, or if you're a believer in fate, you might say that my life was determined the day I was christened. Perhaps if my name had been Charles Potter, I would have been Cardinal Primate. Or Patsy Muldoon, the fantastic Prime Minister. No, I don't mock those things. By no means. And I'm not respectful, but I don't mock. Faith healer. Faith healing. A craft without an apprenticeship. And occasionally it worked. Oh yes. Occasionally it did work. Oh yes. And when it did, when I stood before a man and placed my hands upon him and watched him become whole in my presence, well, those were nights of exultation, of consummation. No, not because I was doing good, giving relief, spreading joy. Good God, no, nothing at all to do with that, but because the questions that undermined my life then became meaningless. Tonight. Yes! Oh, well, we were always balanced somewhere between the absurd and the momentous. And the people who came, well, what is there to say about them? Yes, heaven is the prize. And of a group of men being shown over the barracks. I think they were inspectors from Dublin. In Cardin, in Ross, Loch Carron, Loch Gelly, we caroused right through the night. Toasts to the landlord, who claimed he once met my father, and as the night went on that they were close friends. Toasts to Teddy and Gracie. Toast to my return, to Donald's finger. Toast to the departed groom and his prowess, to the bride and her fertility, to the rich harvest. Oh, the corn, the wheat, the barley. Toast to all Septembers and all harvests, and all things ripe and eager for the reaper. A Dionysian night, a bacchanalian night, a frenzied, excessive Irish night, when ritual was consciously and relentlessly debauched. Then sometime before dawn, McGarvey was remembered, their greatest, their closest friend, McGarvey, who in his time had danced with them and drank with them and built roads with them and cut turf with them. McGarvey, who ought to have been best man that day, my God, who else? And who wasn't even at the wedding reception. And as they created him, I saw McGarvey. In my mind, saw his strained face and his mauve hands and his burning eyes, crouched in his wheelchair, and sick with bitterness saw him and knew him before Teddy in his English innocence asked why he wasn't there, before Ned told us of the fall from the scaffolding. and the paralysis, saw him and recognized our meeting.